What is going on? Oh, we got someone joining. Great. We're going to be starting here in a minute. Thank y'all for joining. Let's see. Oh, I don't even have the chat up yet. Sorry, I'm running a little bit late, so it made me a little frazzled, but I've already had checked out that a lot of my pre-show prep is done. I just got to get the chat working. Howdy. There we go. That's there. And Andy is the first one. Welcome to the chat. Thank y'all for joining, and I am just going to put this link here, and we will kick it off. We got Bill. What's up, Bill? And I need to pin and... Alright, I am good. Scrolling up to the top. We got Ed. What's going on? Tanker Jeff, man, nice to see you. And what else? Prep Pam Paul, nice. Robert just rolled a bunch of people in here. Thank you again, Robert. We are 1 minute past. We'll go ahead and kick this off. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Frank, KG58J, and we're going to be having some fun tonight. We're going to be talking about Youth on the Air. We're going to be talking about the youth camps, and we're going to be doing a donation stream. I'm going to tell you more about that here in a minute. But let's go ahead and start this off, as always, by play that awesome intro video! Quick shout out to all my Patreons who makes the show possible. You can support me by joining Patreon in the link below. And on to Tank Radio. All the buttons are working. I'm unmuted, and off the bat, thank you, Glenn, with the $50 super chat. That is amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And we got some great things coming up. But before we get started, we're going to start off at the top with the preamble. I should have had to load this up. Over at Grapevine Amateur Radio, there is the new... Boom, boom, boom. We got a Tank Radio pint. The Tank Pint glass is on pre-order now. So if you want a Tank Radio pint glass, these are going to be pre-order only. That means after the pre-order, you're not going to be able to find them. I know my volume is being windowsed right now. There we go. You're not going to be able to order them again. This is a pre-order only. Go ahead and head over to Grapevine Amateur Radio, or the link is in the description for the Tank Pint. It's $25 for a Tank Radio pint glass. Plus, has that cool Tank Radio green bottom. That is so awesome. Order yours now. The only order window is only going to be up for 1 month. After that, I'm taking it down. We are going to ship them, and we're going to order them, and then it's going to be some time for it to get printed and things, and then I'm sending them out probably about a month and a half after that pre-order window closes. But also, thank you to my Patreon supporters to support me, Tank Radio, over at Patreon, and also YouTube memberships. That is awesome. Super chats are active, but we're going to be doing something special tonight with them, and also at Grapevine Amateur Radio, you can get the sticker pack, and that is the Tank Radio stickers. These are amazing stickers. Boom! Let's try to sell some more of these stickers because I need to order some more stickers. For $10, you get a whole Tank Radio sticker pack. Gets you 5 stickers. It is so amazing. And over at Gigaparts, if you use Tank at checkout, you get extra bonus points for your Gigaparts rewards using Tank at checkout. And we're going to be talking about some Gigaparts stuff coming up later this week. Yeah, it is later this week. And finally, the audio podcast. If you haven't done it already, the audio podcast is by me, Tank Radio, and there are 4 podcasts released each week. That means, minus this month, there's usually 2 audio podcasts that are not on YouTube. If you want to hear what's going on behind the scenes and with all my tankers and tank commanders and all my tank friends here over in Texas, go ahead and search Tank Radio and you'll find me. Whew, that was a lot. All right, we have some friends waiting in the wings today. Here we go. We have Neil and Andrew. How are y'all doing today? Anderson, sorry. How are y'all doing today?
Doing good. Anderson's already been on the golf course.
The golf course? You weren't out POTAing, playing radio?
No, that was last weekend. Did my POTA stuff last weekend.
Nice. So this is going to be a special donation stream. So that means anything that's donated to me on this stream, or you can use the link above here. Go to youthontheair.org/donate and donate directly to them. And what I'm going to do, since we couldn't figure out the YouTube stuff, we tried so hard. Me and Neil thought we got it set it up last time, and it came into like a month afterwards. But we're like, good, we're ready for next time. And we went in there, we couldn't figure it out. So what I'm going to do is everything that's donated super chats, I am going to make up the YouTube difference up to $200, and we're going to go ahead and get that money over to Neil. So any super chats during the stream are going to be donated over to the Youth on the Air Foundation. And sweet. I got y'all set right. Sorry. The usual Tank Radio nonsense. I did not unmute you real right at the beginning.
I've never done that. Never.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's corrected. I saw that as soon as I was talking. Anderson said he just got off the golf course this week. He was playing POTA last week. And Neil, thank you for joining. Y'all are awesome, amazing. And let's kind of just start right off the bat here. What is the Youth on the Air organization?
So Youth on the Air is a project that started in 2019, and it's a program that encourages retention in ham radio. So we aren't focused on recruiting. There's a lot of people focused on recruiting, and we need that. But what we found was that not too many people were focused on retention and offering activities and a safe community of young hams to learn from each other. And so that's really what we're all about, is trying to build up a community of young hams that can mentor each other and keep ham radio going for many years to come. So we focus pretty much on licensed hams under the age of 26.
Ooh, nice. And can you tell us about the summer camps that y'all are doing to put on to support or talk or encourage the younger hams to get into amateur radio and show them all the other cool, amazing things you could do with amateur radio?
Yep, sure can. Our biggest thing, I guess, is the summer camps. And right now we just have a region-wide camp. So it's for all of the Americas. And hopefully when we grow, we'll start to add in a U.S. camp. There's already some talk of a Canada camp and maybe an Argentina camp. But in the U.S., all of our resources are going right now to this region-wide camp, but we have a week-long opportunity for young people to come between the ages of 15 and 25, and we do it somewhere in North America right now, but we're hoping to add South America in. But what we do is we bring in all these people for a week, and they teach each other. So we really don't do many lectures or presentations on things. We do a lot of hands-on activities. So we have young people like Anderson here, who does a lot of portable ops, and we have Ruth that comes into the satellite and oh, excuse me, Eris stuff. We have kit builds. We have all kinds of things, and it's never the same. So Anderson, why don't you? You're a former camper and now a member of the working group. Why don't you tell people a little bit about what you do
On which side? On the camping
on
side
the
or the
camp?
camper side?
Yeah, camp
Okay, yeah.
side. Yep.
So camper side, it's the first couple of years, of course, you come in as a camper, so you're experiencing the camp firsthand with doing all the activities. And then if you come back in any subsequent years, you're teaching a group. So I do portable operations a lot. So I do the parks on the air stuff for when we did in the last 2 years in Halifax, and actually we did it in Ottawa and this past year in Denver as a camper. And then, of course, as a camper, you still get to do all the other cool stuff we do. So, so this last year in Denver, we did WWV tour. I think that was the highlight of the week for most people, the WWV tour. And then we, of course, balloon launches throughout the week. We did a direct Aries contact, which is a first. Well, is it a first? I think it's a
Yep.
first.
First for
Direct
us. Yeah.
direct Aries?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Eris.
So, which
Aries,
was
yeah.
really neat. So, getting to see how the station was set up and all that was really neat
Mm-hmm.
because you don't get hands-on experience with that in most places. And so you just get all those experiences that you can take back and learn from. And that's the big thing with camp, is just taking it and learning from it.
I love everything about that. Do you have pictures on the website of y'all doing that Aries contact?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to the photo camps and camp photos, you should see 2025,
Yeah, I've got
and there
that
should
now.
be some photos there. But yeah, Ruth kind of organizes everything. But this year, as he said, we did a direct contact, which means we're not just zooming in on telebridge to someone else. And they're operating the ground station. We actually built our own ground station. One of our campers, Lyle, that lives in Denver, he was one of the hosts. He built his own custom ground station, specifically just for the camp. And so he brought all of his gear. So it was entirely done by campers, as most of our activities are. But his ground station tracked everything, worked perfectly, and got us through to the ISS with no problem.
Oh,
So
that's awesome. That's awesome.
yeah.
What? Let's go back here. Yeah, a part of us all this also, I hear that y'all have like giveaways and other things. It's not just specifically amateur radio. There's other activities, right?
Yeah, we do. We do some giveaways at the end, so we do have a few prizes that we have, just depending on who is able to provide those for us. But then we have some social activities. Anderson, you tell them about all this.
Yeah, which, of course, the social aspect of camp is probably bigger than the radio aspect of camp in some ways. I'll just be honest. I mean, which is a good thing. With young people, there's not a lot of young people. I mean, I live in Kentucky, and there's not any young hams around me. So getting to know the people that are also interested in radio that are young is also a big major factor. So most camps you have, we go out one night and do Dave and Buster's, I think was what we did for the first couple of years, and then we've done main event the last few. And then in Canada, we got to explore the town and get to learn the history of Halifax and Ottawa. And it's a big thing with camp, is the social aspect. And I think that's honestly the major portion to me. I think that's what most people can take from camp more than the radio, is the social aspect, is the getting to know there's other youth in radio. And that's the big thing for me. Like I said, you do all kinds of stuff. I'm trying to think this past year if we did anything else. And of course, at night, card games and everything in the hotel lobby. I mean, we had the hotel lobby full every night with
Oh,
people sitting around talking and learning from each other and talking
yeah.
about other aspects. You get off of the topic of radio and you start moving on to other topics, and it just kind of eventually towards the end of the week the radio kind of fades out and it's all social, and which is good. It's always a good thing.
I love that. I love board games. I love playing card games.
Yeah.
I'll be down for that, man. That'll be fun. Um, that's awesome. And the Youth on the Air camp itself, for the participants, is there any cost to them?
One time cost, it's $100 to come to camp. That's the only cost that we charge our campers.
Oh wow. And the rest of it's fundraised through activities like this and other efforts y'all do.
Yep,
Yep, and
100% of it.
sponsorships. Yep.
Sweet. Are y'all still doing the a giveaway or a what was it last time you were doing, Neil? I'm sorry, I forgot. There was a special something on your donation page last time.
Auction on the watch. The auction on the
Yeah.
Garmin
Oh, the
watch.
watch auction. Yeah, Garmin donated a smartwatch, and one
Hmm.
of your viewers, because I saw saw him
Yes.
post a comment here.
Uh
Digital Rancher, he won
huh.
he won the smartwatch. But yeah, Garmin employs one of our staff members, Tony,
Hmm.
KD8RTT. And so he approached them, and they said, "Yeah, we'll give you a watch that you can raffle off." So we did an online auction, and he won that. So that's passed. But Garmin also gave us a bunch of materials and
Hmm.
gave Tony some extra PTO to come to camp and help us.
Oh,
That
that's
was great.
awesome.
Yeah.
So on the site, I see here you have a setup that you can give directly as a one time, or you can set up as a
Hmm.
monthly prescription, and continue to donate and help support the cause. That is amazing. Also, that it's only $100 commitment for each camper. Everything else is covered once they get there. Is that right? They just have to get there.
Yep. All they got to do is get to the city. And once you get to the city, even if you fly in, we'll pick you up at the airport. Well, actually, for insurance reasons, we have a bus go pick
Hmm.
you up at the airport. But
Hmm.
but we make sure that all that's arranged. We have people at the airport waiting for you to make sure you know where you're going. And we pay for everything except souvenirs throughout the week. And
Yep.
then at the end of the week, we send you back to the airport and we make sure you get to your gate. So uh, we're with you the entire time. And yeah, just $100. The average cost is running in the neighborhood of
Hmm.
$2,000 a camper. So
Wow.
with all of our sponsorships and grants and donors, that's how we make this affordable. And even if you can't pay the $100, sometimes we have some that can't pay the $100. We have scholarships available for that. And
Hmm.
the main reason for the $100 isn't really to pay for, it's a $2,000 thing. So the $100 is just to make sure that you're going to show up, because
Hmm.
if we have to spend all this money on supplies and reservations and everything ahead of time, then we want to make sure that we're spending it as efficiently as possible, because we don't have anything to spare. So we're trying to squeeze every penny that we possibly can.
Yep.
So we want to make sure you're going to show up. So if you can't do the $100, we'll figure out some way to make sure that there's somebody that you're accountable to actually show up. So
Hmm.
so we can even get lower than that if we have to.
That is awesome. I love everything about that. Just kind of remind you, because remind the audience here, we're kind of at the first third here. We are doing a donation stream for the Youth on the Air camp. You can donate directly with the pinned link I already have up in the chat. Or if you give to this super chat during the live stream, I will match the YouTube, or I will cover the YouTube cost up to $200. That being said, we had Ed donate $2 for the Utes. Thank you very much, Ed. I did see that. And let's go ahead and see if we can help them raise some money to get some more campers there. So yeah,
Frank,
go ahead.
you might scroll up to the top there. There's a link there for Amazon wish list. Now, Amazon used to have
Hmm.
a charity wish list, to where we also got a cut of the sale, but we don't have that anymore. But we
Oh.
do still have the wish list,
Hmm.
and on that wish list, we put things that we know that we're going to need,
Ooh.
and that kind of got wiped out over the summer because we bought everything, a couple of weeks out that wasn't purchased off of the list. But I'm starting to build it back up. So yeah, there's some tool pouches and another tool kit. Anderson knows why I have another tool kit on there because we couldn't find the tool kit in Denver.
Hmm.
But some small things, but they're things that we're going to need. And so if you'd rather pick out something than send cash, that's an option too. You can add it to your cart, and it will automatically send it to us with your Amazon membership. So that's
That's
another way that you can donate.
that's awesome. I think I would do remember you talking about that. I blanked on that this go around. There's only a couple of things. So what happened with the tool set? This sounds like
It was
there's
a
a story there.
Yeah, he kept telling me it's in this spot. It's not there. He's like, it's in a black box. It's like, okay, black box. I pulled the black box out of there, and it's a coax crimping kit. And what ended up happening was Harbor Freight, their kit looks exactly like DX Engineering's coaxial crimper kit. And so when we pulled it out. Sure enough, we didn't have the toolkit. We had the coax kits. We could have fixed coax, but we couldn't use the screwdrivers and the hammers that we needed.
Oh man. Oops. Oops.
Well, luckily my toolbox was in the car, but
Mm.
but yeah, we kept
Yeah.
looking for the toolbox. So we've solved the problem. Uh, they've got these really cool stickers. In fact, I may have. Well, it's here somewhere, but I won't take the time to find it. But there's a sticker that you get at WWV. It says, "I set my clocks to WWV."
Mm-hmm.
So the toolkit now has stickers all over it, including the big WWV sticker, but it's got all the YOTA stickers and all this stuff. So yeah, so we won't mix it up again.
Did y'all do a POTA event while y'all out there last summer camp?
Yeah,
We did.
Anderson.
Yeah, so it was kind of a combination POTA and SOTA. Half the people went up the summit, half the people went onto the park. Can't remember. I think the park was two ponds. I can't remember what the number
Two
was. It was
ponds.
it was two ponds right outside of Denver, but I can't remember what the POTA identifier was. But we did that, and actually we did really good. Which we happened to. I mean, we didn't plan it this way, but it was during the massive solar storm. All week, HF propagation was awful, and we ended up
Oh,
making like 200 some contacts in the park, which was really good. Thanks.
that.
What we ended up with was 200 some using a dipole, an ICOM dipole. It was
Mm-hmm.
the best antenna. If we didn't own that, I should have put it up earlier in the week. But it was a great antenna. It worked out great. The dipole did, and we made 200 some contacts. And I think
Mm-hmm.
the SOTA went really well because of course we went in Colorado, got to go up a mountain. So
Yep. Was it a
they
hike
did
or a drive up summit?
half. I think the hike in was a quarter mile or so. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't far. You
Mm-hmm.
park at the bottom of the hill and go up.
Nice. I've done peaks in Colorado that were drive up all the way, and that was fun. And some of the peaks where you had a hike up a part of it, and I enjoyed the driving up the most.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to say this one was like drive up and then you had to go hike maybe half a mile there and half a mile back or something. It wasn't far at
Mm-hmm.
all. And then once they got up on top, and it's kind of neat. Which 2 meter up there, of course, is great. It's just a mass. Denver evidently, come to find out, had a great 2 meter simplex scene,
Oh,
and
yes,
so
they do.
everybody in Denver, I think they said they worked great 2 meter because it was just that's a big thing out there was 2 meter simplex.
Mm-hmm. It depends on your area, but there's usually a soda frequency on 2 meter that's simplex, or you just jump on 5.2, and they'll definitely help you out on over
Yeah.
on 5.2.
5.2 was hopping.
Yeah.
And of
Absolutely
course, on top
hopping.
of the mountain, I mean, you get out forever. Like I want to
Mm-hmm.
say, from the summit to Two Ponds was, I don't know, it wasn't that far, but it was a 40-minute drive, I think, between both of them, or 30-minute drive, or something like that. And hearing them clear as day, on an HT on at the park, which was great. Which I've never had any experience with that, so it's kind of a neat little experience for a
That
2 meter to go that far.
that's awesome, and it's also a practical application, like a demonstration of HF and the propagation bands, and looking up, seeing which bands are open, and this is a great activity. I love
Hmm.
it. What camps do you have coming up next?
So that would be Huntsville.
Huntsville.
So Huntsville is going to be our space themed YOTA camp. It's a special
Ooh,
edition this year. So this one's going to be a little different from what we've done in the past because every activity will have a connection to space. So we actually took a tour of the school that we're going to be using during the Huntsville Ham Fest, and we can look out the auditorium window and see the big rocket in Huntsville. So it's going to be really, really cool.
that's awesome. I'm so jealous. Um, so where are y'all going to be staying there? Are the auditorium is just the workspace, or you get to stay inside the space camp area?
So
No,
the, oh, go ahead.
oh,
Go ahead.
let me go. Okay,
Yep.
it's actually right outside. It's not far. We're a
Hmm.
mile from it, but it's at a technology college, or not a college, a high school. It's a boarding high school in Huntsville that we're going to be at. And they have the auditorium, and they built it in the way they said they had some trees cut down so that way they could view the rocket
Hmm.
from the auditorium.
Ooh, that's awesome. That's going to be so much fun. I wish I could come out and help with that because, I forgot to transition back. Because I would love to help out, and probably Robert Digital Rancher too. He does all the satellite contacts for us, and I need to get my radio fixed so I can do that again. Um, is there any other kind of like special activities you're going to be doing in that area because it's Huntsville, or you're still kind of planning it out?
We're having a hard time narrowing it down. We have so many
Hmm.
ideas. Everybody's like, "Oh, let's go do this. Let's do this. Let's do that." And I'm like, "We only have a week, folks." So we're kind of narrowing it down. Of course, we will visit the Space and Rocket Center. That's kind of a must do. And I'm sure we'll visit the amateur radio station at Marshall Space Flight Center,
Mhm, mhm.
and those kinds of things. But we don't have everything nailed down yet. But boy, do we have a long
Isn't
list to
there
pick
a
from.
new museum that just opened
Yes,
up? I
there
know,
is.
Yeah, the
Hmm.
broadcasting.
yeah,
Hmm.
TO and a couple others went down there to check it out this year. I wasn't able to attend, but I'm jealous. But I really wanted to see that. It's probably going to be on my list for next year to
Yeah,
see.
that's high on our list
Mhm.
as well.
Mhm, mhm.
We'll probably go there. Um, we we're just trying not to be gone all the time. We want to make sure that we're working on our projects there at the school. It's the Alabama School for Cyber Technology and Engineering. It's a magnet school,
Oh,
and they have their own dorm in the building next door, and their own cafeteria in the building next door. And one of the engineering teachers is a ham, and he already has a couple of antennas up on the roof. So we were asking, well, do we have permission to put antennas up and everything? Because that's one of the usual problems when we go to a school. It's nice because the dormitories are usually a little cheaper to stay in, but then we also have a lot of other things that
mhm.
kind of interfere. And these guys are saying, "Oh no, you can bring in, whatever." So
He
it's
even told
it's
us
going to
we
be
could.
really good.
He even told us we could run coax down, if I'm thinking correctly. They have his coax run directly into his room,
Yeah.
and somebody was like, "How hard is it to access that?" He's like, "Just run a snake up. We can run it right back down into the room,"
Oh,
which is pretty
nice.
neat. He
That's
was
awesome.
Yeah.
So another idea for the box, Monsanto State Park is at the top of the mountain, and depending what area, there's a part of that park is also a soda that you can get
Hmm.
to. I think it's an easily drive up, and there's a planetarium over there. So if you want, I know we're looking at for next year for us, but they might do a private show. There's a way to do a private show, and you can do it for the whole kids. So you drive up, do the POTA, and go to the planetarium. And Mike has got me saying that the planetarium. We drive by there, and it's like an hour of us going planetarium for the.
Planetarium.
But anyways, the planetarium, and have a private show. So just another idea to do. So that because when we're up there for Huntsville Hamfest, we stay at that park for almost a solid week. It's so much fun.
Yeah, that's on the list too. We've been advised of that one, and that it's a soda and a POTA. And yeah, the museum and stuff at Marshall, Space and Rocket Center. Yeah, my brain's already fried trying to nail down exactly what we are going to do and what we aren't, because we have so many possibilities,
Hmm.
and we try not to get leave campus more than once out of the week or twice at
Hmm.
most. Because we do have a lot of activities that that we need to do there.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, we're going to be looking at those and figuring out which ones. But I think we're going to have an unlimited supply
Of
of
ideas.
activities in Huntsville.
I'm sure if you contact Gigaparts, they'd be like, "Hey, come over here.
Oh yes,
We got
we've
a
already
classroom."
we've already talked about that. So yeah, that's on the list as well.
And there's also a hidden TARDIS to find over in that shop area. So if you go out there, see if you can find the TARDIS. Um, if you are in the age range, and what was that age range again?
For that camp, it's 15 to 25, up
15.
through and including 25, so less than 26.
If you're in that age range, how do you apply?
So you go to youthontheair.org. That's our website. And December 1st, we will open up the applications.
Okay.
So you'll go there, and there'll be something right under where you're at. But also, you can go to camps in the menu there, and it'll have a link there for Huntsville. Right now, it's still Denver,
Mm-hmm.
but that'll be changing soon. And like I said, December 1st, you can start applying. Our early application process goes into mid-January.
Mm-hmm.
And then what we do is we review those, and we accept all of those after our review to make sure you're within the age range. And again, we try not to have too many returning campers. And if you do, you're coming back as help. So we try to make it 2/3 of our campers are first time campers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we'll go through that list and figure out exactly what we're going to need, and figure all that out, and then notify everybody, and then we will continue taking applications through, I believe it's May 1st this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually right around Dayton. Sometimes we can make it after Dayton, but I believe this year we're back to May 1st. But anyway, through May, you can also apply, and we just kind of take those in batches as we go. So the early one, that just kind of guarantees your spot a little bit more, and it gives us a little more time to prepare and kind of have an idea of what we're looking at. But there's not a huge advantage of doing that other than sooner. But we would take applications up through May, and then that gives us a few weeks to get T-shirts ordered with names on them and all that kind of thing. So
Nice.
yeah,
Since we talked last, I believe you had the Youth on the Air Junior Camp for the first time. How did that go?
we did. It went beautifully. I cannot believe how well that camp went. We had one or two minor issues that really just, in the scheme of things, not a big deal at all, but a couple of things that we did learn that we need to fix, but
Hmm.
it just went marvelously. We had 12 young people under 15. I think the youngest we had was 9. Um, but they came with a parent. And so that made our lives a whole lot easier because we didn't have to keep track of everybody quite as much as we normally do. But we had kind of a miniature version of the big camp. And so we did go out to Dave and Buster's one night, but the rest of the time we were doing stuff at the Voice of America Museum. We built some kits. We were on the air quite a bit, probably on the air a little more actually with the junior camp than our normal camp. Anderson, you were there too. You want to talk about junior?
Yeah, I thought it went good. I didn't have any complaints overall. I mean, it was a fun week, I think, for everybody. I think the parents had more fun than the kids at times. I think it was really neat for them too. It was a good experience for everybody all the way around. And like I said,
Oh,
I think we did spend a whole lot more time operating. I don't know exactly what the contact count was, but picked up the radio and were able to work really well, which of course the VOA museum had their own operating station there, so it made radios really nice because they got best of the best and really fun time.
yeah, that Voice of the American Museum is amazing. They have a radio club that has a radio set up and all the antennas ready to go. And plus, you got the added bonus of having the museum there. We should have activated or just played radio there. When we went there, we walked through, and it was amazing, amazing walkthrough experience. It was so much fun. Um,
Now Anderson's being a little modest here.
oh, let's put him
Anderson
on the spot.
Anderson saved the day
He
I,
did.
I, I don't,
at
well, I don't know
junior
about save the
camp.
day.
Well, I don't know. From what I heard, a few more minutes, and the hotel would have been
Yeah,
on fire.
would have been
What
no more
So
hotel.
what happened here?
Well,
go ahead, Anderson.
I think there was a fireworks. Somebody was setting off fireworks
Oh no.
outside in the middle of Cincinnati.
Not with us, by the
No,
Okay.
way.
not with us.
Not
No,
with
no, this was
us.
somebody else. And one of the people that was with us said that his car was parked next to it and a car was on fire. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. So we went outside and and put out the fire, made sure everything was good. And
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that was an adventurous time. So the fire department came, police department. It was just
Mm-hmm.
it was a wild
Oh
first night of
my.
camp. We can
Yeah.
go that if you want to go that far.
That makes for the great stories.
Yeah, it does. It does make for
Yeah.
good stories.
Anderson grabbed a fire extinguisher and jumped into action, and so the next morning we gave him the Jump into Action Award and gave him. Oh, he's got it right there.
Have it
We gave him
sitting on my
a
desk.
Yes.
fire extinguisher, so he has one now.
That
Yep.
is so awesome. I love it. I love this. I love this.
Camp's always fun. It's
Mhm,
always a good
mhm.
time for everybody.
Um, let me just scroll up here a little bit. We had Mike said that he donated directly to y'all's PayPal. Thank you very much, Mike. You are amazing. We also saw Vic Miller also donated directly to y'all. Thank you very much. I'm going to accept their word. I know both of those are good guys, so I don't doubt it. Either way. So it sounds like the on the Air Juniors was a success. Are you going to be looking to bring that back next year?
So not sure about next year, but definitely by the following year.
Hmm.
The idea for this is that we're going to basically make it a camp in a box. So what a club can do is order all the materials. So we'll get the T-shirts and the books and all the activities and everything, and we'll ship a box. And you work with one person who is involved with YOTA because we're scattered all over, North and South America. So You find somebody that's close by to work with to kind of make sure that everything's going the way it should go. But that it's kind of a camp in a box kind of thing, to where we're not having to haul everything everywhere, kind of cut down on a lot of the expenses and that kind of thing. So we're going to take some time to kind of write all of that up and get this whole box planned out, as to what that's going to entail. So I'm not sure if we're going to do one this coming summer, but I definitely don't want to go more than 2 years without doing another one, because it went wonderfully.
I like that idea, the camp in the box. So it'd be more of a local area thing, or a sub-regional thing, bringing
Yeah.
kids together, and they don't have to probably travel across the nation to get there. That's awesome. I like that idea. I hope that is you can make that happen, man. Uh,
That's the plan. Yeah.
So we're at the second third here. So I'm just going to do a quick recap. We're doing Youth on the Air fundraising for NEO and the youthontheair.org summer camp. You can donate directly to the Youth on the Air website with the link pinned in the description, or pinned in the chat. It's also in the description. And then you can donate directly to them through PayPal, Vimeo, and they have a web pay too you can do, and also a monthly subscription. For this live stream, I am also going to be covering YouTube's costs. If it's just easier to do for you through a super chat, go ahead and do that, and I'll cover YouTube's fee up to $200, and we'll get that money forwarded onto them. Y'all just been amazing so far with this whole thing. If you have any questions, please go ahead and ask in the chat. We'll go ahead and get them read on the air. Is there a international camp happening soon? Because I remember us talking about that.
So the Region 1, YOTA, which is where all this started, just had their camp in France a couple of weeks ago. Actually, they had a great camp over there. They did an Eris contact. They got to tour Paris, and did a lot of operating, and some kit building and those kinds of things. And actually, one of our campers was in charge of that one. So yeah. So they were all of them were working on it. But one of them was the local coordinator for it.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
we had one from the U.S., one from Mexico, and two from Argentina go over, I believe. I think I've got that count right. So we did send a handful of YOTA Region 2 campers over to YOTA Region 1. And they had a great time. So I'm looking forward to hearing more from them. I've just seen pictures so far. But
did you have any
but they
ideas
were
of
over
what
in France.
activities they did over there in France?
Yeah, I know they did the kit building. I know they toured Paris. I know they were on the air a lot. That and in the Eris contact, they did a direct Eris contact as well. So those are the
That's
things
awesome.
that I know.
I think they also launched model rockets.
Oh
I don't know if
yes,
that was
model
they
rockets.
yeah,
I remember seeing that actually. So instead of
yeah,
doing
they
the
launched
balloons,
model
they did
rockets.
rockets. Yes.
There's another one for the list over in Huntsville, model rockets.
Yep.
I wonder if you can, put a APRS mini micro transmitter in there,
That's what they did.
and then you
Yeah.
have to go find it.
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1, turn away and launch. Don't know where it went. Go find it.
Werner von Braun would be proud.
He would be. That will be so much fun. Fox hunting, man. That's fox hunting is another fun activity to do with the kids. Yep, we're talking about that rocketry. Um, the international thing, that's awesome. I love that y'all are opening that up, and y'all did it in France. Wow, I that blows my mind. It literally does.
Yeah, and then in YOTA Region 3, They did do a camp, which I haven't heard a whole lot about, but they did do one in Thailand, and so they're kind of getting started.
Ooh.
But they're kind of doing the opposite approach. They're kind of starting with the countries,
Mm-hmm.
and then trying to put everything together. Where in YOTA Region One and YOTA Region Two, it kind of started regionally, and now we're kind of trying to narrow down into
Mm-hmm.
countries. So they're kind of taking a different approach. So it's a little harder to get information, but I do know that they have successfully hosted a camp now. So
I think I just found the pictures for the
for
France,
Philippines, I
the
think.
Philippines.
Yeah, for Region Three, but yeah,
Yeah.
France. You probably yep. There you go. That would be France.
Yep. Yep. That's so cool. I I hope we can help you get some more kids into camp. I kind of running out of the questions I had for y'all marked down here. Anything else you kind of want to talk about, both of y'all?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about December YOTA month because that's coming
Oh.
up soon. Um, all month long in December, we have a special event that is international.
Mm-hmm.
So we are not actually the ones that run it. We just organize the participation in the Americas region. But we have special event call signs. Um, Most of them end in YOTA, and we can't do that in the U.S. So we have four call signs, one ending in Y, another in O, another in T, and another in A. So you can collect all four, just like
Oh, I
a
like
cereal
that.
box. But yeah. Anyway, we have these special event calls, and there's an awards program, just like 13 colonies or any of those kinds of things. That you can work all these YOTA stations around the world, and you get a certain number of points for those, and then you can download your award from the Youngsters on the Air website
Mm-hmm.
for however many points you get, and so they check all the logs. We upload logs every day, and then they have all the award stuff, and then they also have plaques for the youth that are operating in it for different categories and different
Oh, that's so
point
cool.
levels and that kind of thing.
So
So
let me go ahead and drop that link into the chat about that. And again, that's the month of December, you said?
yeah, entire month of December, and then on December 30th, it's also the last day of the YOTA contest. So the YOTA contest is 3 times a year, and that'll be the last one. It coincides with YOTA month. And so there's a whole contest scheme set up to work participating YOTA stations in the contest. So December 30th is always the busiest day of YOTA month, but all month long you'll hear in the U.S. you'll hear K8Y, K8O, K8T, and K8A. And the 8 is just because we started off at the VOA museum, so those are the ones that we used there. So that's why we have those. And then you'll hear probably VE1 YOTA, VE3 YOTA, um, YS1 YOTA, LU1 YOTA, um, several stations, and we'll have them all on our
Mm-hmm.
website.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find those, and there will be a little link that will send you to DX Summit, but it will filter just the YOTA stations.
Oh.
So if you go to our website and just click on the link,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll have that on our QRZ pages as well. You click on that, and it will give you the spots for all of the YOTA stations that are on the air during the month of December.
Nice. That's awesome. I got the links for that in the chat, and I also put them in the description as you were talking. Multitasking. I need a co-host.
Yes, you do.
Oh man. Um.
You know, and our YouTube channel is there. You know, you can go and watch
Mm-hmm.
the opening ceremonies from each year. You can
Oh.
watch the little highlight videos. Brian WB9QVR does a great job of taking all the video that we get, and every day he goes back to his room and edits together a little 2 minute video highlight reel of what happened that day, and we show it the next day at camp, and then we post it on the YouTube site. So if you want to get a real quick idea of what we do,
Mm-hmm.
go to the YouTube channel, and we have a playlist for each camp, so you can find the Denver playlist. You know, if you want to see what we did in Denver, and we have all of those there. We have a full length recording of the Eris contact there. As well as the opening ceremony, the closing ceremony, we also had some nice news coverage there. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
sure if we got that link in there, but there was some nice news coverage out at
That's
Denver as well.
that's awesome. And I'll link that also into the chat.
I
Go
think the
ahead.
news coverage is on Facebook. You can probably, I think it's
Yeah,
maybe under our
it's on
Facebook page. I know
YouTube
for
also,
sure.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
But
but yeah.
That's awesome. I'm gonna give the floor here to Anderson. Do you have anything else that you want to bring up or talk about here?
not that I can think of. I know YOTA camp. It's a great learning experience. I think first and foremost, and I know it's helped me a lot doing in radio because, like I said, I'm from Kentucky, a small town in Kentucky, so it's hard to get out with radio and to actually talk to people. I mean, you talk to people on the radio all day long, but to know the person on the other side of the radio is always a good thing. And YOTA camps really give me that opportunity. I think that's really nice. And so if you can't take anything else from it, YOTA camp is very, very good for people. I mean, it's really helped me a lot in my radio journey. And that's the biggest thing I think with YOTA camp is that just learning the skills that you wouldn't otherwise learn and meeting the people that you may not have met otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
So I think those are the two big takeaways that I take from camp.
Awesome. Well, um, I do have a question for you because we did kind of say at the beginning you did a POTA last week. Where was it, and what was special about this activation?
Mill Springs Battlefield. I think it's 70.
Oh.
I took note of it. I can look. Let me look it up real quick and tell
Mm-hmm.
you what the identifier is. But I've never done one there before because it was Labor Day weekend and it was
Mm-hmm.
hard to get into my. I normally activate Green River Lake State Park, which is 1273
Mm-hmm.
or 1279. I think it's 1273. But it's oh no, it's 1259. My fault. I'm backwards. 1259 is my standard. But Mill Springs is really neat. It's 7708, US 7708. So it was my first QRP activation that was
Mm-hmm.
successful. I did a QRP activation in Colorado. It didn't go as well, but this one was my first QRP activation that went successfully, and it's pretty neat. And yeah, I really do enjoy POTA. It's my funnest thing that radio has to offer for me is is,
Mm-hmm.
is the POTA.
What is the biggest lesson you learned? Failed activation or a successful activation that you learned on a POTA?
Oh, failed act. I can do the
Oh.
failed activation pretty easy. QR,
Right? Everyone
yeah,
can. We got that fail story.
QRP during a solar storm does not work.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
bad. It was fun. I mean, but my biggest takeaway with Pody is the smaller the kit, the better.
Okay.
I think it's what I've learned over the years. And so, like my 705 has a bag, camera bag. It's in, and I can just pick it up and take it with me. And I
Mm-hmm.
have my 7300 kit too, but it's a lot more bulky. And I've kind of went away from that because it's a backpack and a Pelican case and all the things. So I don't want to have to pack all that out. So
Mm-hmm.
one piece of advice I'd give is less bulky the better.
Yep. I agree with that. I
It makes
have.
it a lot more fun.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a bag of adapters that is a must-have when you
Oh
go
yeah,
out?
all my kit has that. I have adapters in every bag
Every bag.
because
Mm-hmm.
yeah, every bag. It's the first thing I do is put adapters in every bag I have.
Mm-hmm.
So BNC to SO239 and the same way I reverse it
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in case I ever need it. It's all you
You
have
never
to have
know.
adapters.
You never
Yeah.
know because I failed at some activations. I get to the park is my closest park is 40 minutes away, so I gotta have everything. There's no running back, and I failed some activations just because I didn't have that one adapter in my bag, or I had one adapter and I lent it out and I failed to replace it because anytime you give an adapter at field day or any other event, you're never going to see it again. It's
Mm-mm.
always gone. And that's fine. That's okay. But when you land something out, always go and pick up 3 more. That's my rule.
Every Hamfest, you should make 2 stops: Anderson power poles and adapters.
Yep.
That's the 2 must buys. If you don't buy anything else, that's what you should buy.
I have like kind of sounds like you. I have kits that are for radio. I have the Gigaparts Explorer bag, which is the base, and then whichever radio I'm bringing has a secondary accessory bag with it. So if I'm going to the G90 that day, the G90 goes in with the accessory bag. It has everything that G90 needs. And I have one through the Azu FTDX10 that goes into the backpack. I put that into the bag with its own bag. And I have the bag of accessories, 2 pieces of coax cable because
Hmm.
if one's being finicky and too many times, you chunk it and get another one because 2 is one and one's none.
Yep.
What else have I learned? Circle your activation area twice before you leave.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
once you're ready and all packed up and you're like, okay, all you're thinking is getting home, getting the drive. Well, how I'm going to get home? Like, you're going to leave something behind.
And that goes down to the make sure everything's compact. Like the less stuff you have to take out of your bag, the better,
Mm-hmm.
is what I've learned. That's the biggest thing. The less stuff you have to take. Like I used to, so I used Wolf River coils
Mm-hmm.
when I first started, and I really like it. But I've moved towards more wire antennas because the wire antenna is really simple,
Mm-hmm.
and so I can throw my mast up in a tree and tie the antenna to the top of it, and I only have to worry about the antenna, the coax, and the mast. I don't have to
Mm-hmm.
worry about the tripod legs and the tripod stand and the coil itself and the whip and the radials, and it cuts down a lot. So if I want to do something quick, wire antennas have
Then
become my go-to.
don't be a YouTuber and try to film something out there. I have carried like 3 bags
Yeah.
sometimes. So I have the radio bag that's self-contained. If I'm just going to activate, it's the radio bag. But then I have the camera bag and its stuff. And depending, I might bring my my everyday backpack, and that has the laptop and cigars and other stuff that I enjoy just on my day to day. And I get all 3 of those bags there, and I'm just like, oh, hey. But that's how I roll. All right, we're kind of coming up at the top of the hour. Thank you to everyone who donated directly to Youth on the Air. Thank y'all to who donated to the stream. I will make sure that every penny of your donation gets there. I'm going to match the YouTube cut, and that's not going to happen for the money going to the Youth on the Air. Again, thank you, Ed, for becoming a member of the channel through YouTube. Thank you very much. And also your donation today. And Glenn Thompson, thank you for your super chat also. I think that's gonna be it. Anything else? Last chance, Neil or
Thank you. Thank
Mhm.
you
Yes.
for
Thank
your
you.
support. We talked about this that, it's costing about 2000 a camper to make this happen, and we could not do it without support. And we run a pretty tight ship. We we could use some wiggle room,
Mhm.
but we run a pretty tight ship, and so we appreciate every donation that we get.
Mhm.
We really appreciate it. I was telling you before the show tonight that we had a situation at one of our camps where the sound equipment was supposed to be there and it got loaned out and didn't come back, and so we didn't have any sound equipment, and so we had to go rent stuff, and so the other day we've got this place here that has auctions for Amazon returns, and I found a 1400 watt powered speaker with a microphone and everything on wheels, and we for $58 we now have our own sound system. So that's how we try to do a lot of these things is we find deals. And so whenever we can find some kind of a great deal, like, a $58 sound system that should have been a few $100s, we can do that and make the money go further, because we're pretty tight on that. So we appreciate even, like I said, the little things like, number stickers and tool pouches and stuff on Amazon. We really appreciate it all. And we thank the ham community for coming together to do this, because it's just a marvelous thing. I'm so blessed to lead the group and put it all together. And I'm looking forward to the day when they can take 100% ownership of it and keep ham radio going for years to come. So thank you.
I love it. I love it. I love supporting y'all. I love talking to you at every ham fest and stealing some of your chocolate that
Yes.
Anderson, thank you for joining. I appreciate it.
Yes,
and hanging
anytime.
out with us. And sorry, I keep going to Andrew because that is a nephew of mine I see a lot. So I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. It's more common than you would think.
Neil, thank you again. And y'all hold on. I'm Frank KG5HJ. Thank y'all for joining. Thank you for donating and having fun. Just off the bat, real fast again. Thank y'all for supporting me through YouTube memberships and Patreon. Your support really does make this channel happen. Paul, with the late 5 gifted memberships, thank you, sir. I do appreciate that. Y'all are amazing. As always, y'all, go forth and conquer. Say bye.
Bye.
See you guys.
There's a link in the description below. And to all my tankers out there, go forth and conquer.